Good morning, everyone. Me again, continued with this, call it lecture series, if you will. So want to piggyback or continue on with, we're talking about CrossFit affiliates being training facilities and set a little precedence in terms of now what is an athlete, how does a CrossFit define athletes, how do we as people fit into that bucket of athletes, and how does it all come together. So first of which is that as a CrossFit affiliate, we operate under the CrossFit training methodology as defined by our what's called level 1 guide. So I have a couple sheets from this, but as you can see in the sun, it says methodology. We actually have a training methodology. So it says here just what is a core strength and conditioning program? CrossFit is a core strength and conditioning program in two distinct senses. First, we are a core strength and conditioning program in the sense that the fitness we develop is foundational to all other athletic needs. This is the same sense in which university courses required a particular major are called the core curriculum. This is the stuff that everyone needs. So we're talking about the idea that what we train under our 10 general physical skills are to help all people become athletes. So why become an athlete? It says here later, can I enjoy optimal health without being an athlete? No. Athletes experience a protection from the ravages of aging and disease that non-athletes never find. For instance, 80-year-old athletes are stronger than non-athletes in their prime at 25 years old. If you think that strength is not important, consider that strength loss is what puts people in nursing homes. Athletes have greater bone density, stronger immune systems, less coronary heart disease, reduced cancer risks, fewer strokes, and less depression than non-athletes. Those all sound like pretty great benefits to have as people, giving us reason to train as athletes. So now, let's talk about what is an athlete. Again, here in our training methodology, it says the CrossFit definition of an athlete is a bit tighter. The CrossFit definition of an athlete is a person who is trained or skilled in strength, power, balance and agility, flexibility, and endurance. Again, the 10 general physical skills that we train every day with deliberation, with intention as part of our workouts of the day. All right, so everyone is an athlete. Why does the needs of someone who's training to play baseball change for those who just want to experience optimal health? Everyone's athletes. On that note, I actually backtrack a page under it says, is it for me? Is CrossFit for me? Absolutely. Your needs and the Olympic athletes differ by degree, not by kind. Okay? Our needs differ by degree and not by kind. Increased power, speed, strength, cardiovascular and respiratory endurance, flexibility, stamina, coordination, agility, balance, and accuracy are each important to the world's best athletes and to our grandparents. The amazing truth is that the very same methods that elicit optimal response in the Olympic or professional athlete will optimize the same response in the elderly, okay? Same response in the elderly. Of course, we cannot load your grandmother with the same squatting weight that we would assign an Olympic skier, but they both need to squat. Everyone needs to squat. In fact, squatting is essential to maintaining functional independence and improving fitness. Squatting is just one example of a movement that is universally valuable and essential, yet rarely taught to any but the most advanced of athletes. So now we're talking about withholding something that is extremely essential to all human beings, being held only to the advanced athlete. This is a tragedy. Through painstakingly thorough coaching and incremental load assignments, CrossFit has been able to teach everyone who can care for himself or herself to perform safely and with maximum efficacy the same movements typically utilized by professional coaches in elite and certainly exclusive environments. That is the training facility that is known as a CrossFit affiliate. We teach you how to make you better as athletes. We teach you how to make you better at life. This allows you to be better people overall. So now we talk about who has benefited from CrossFit. Many professional and elite athletes are participating in CrossFit. prize fighters, cyclists, surfers, skiers, tennis players, triathletes, and others competing at the highest levels are using CrossFit to advance their core strength and conditioning, but that is not all. CrossFit has tested its methods on the sedentary, overweight, pathological, and elderly and found that these special populations meet the same success of our stable of athletes. We call this bracketing. If our program works for Olympic skiers and overweight sedentary homemakers, then it will work for you. Okay, so we've established yesterday that training facilities in Ontario, recognized by Sport Canada or the province of Ontario or the Ministry of Heritage or Sport, some sort of bureaucracy, they're allowed to train athletes, and yet we're talking about training people, you, under the same methodology so that you can benefit from this in life, and yet somehow it's different. Somehow just having that title of bureaucracy changes the needs of what we do. And again, there's no difference in the equipment that's being used, in the policies that are being used, in how we set up our protocols, any of those things. So I leave you with one more thing as to why is this all important? Why do any of this? So calling from the CrossFit Journal, this article is from 2004. And again, I bring this up just to set precedents. It's not like I'm trying to fit into a loophole here, or I'm not trying to like strum something up. This is stuff that has been established in CrossFit for years. This is how we guide our training programs. Skip all the way to the back. So this is, why fitness? A physical culture that inspires, guides, and enriches every aspect of our being may add years to our lives, but certainly adds life to our years. Longevity, independent of achievement, capacity, independence, productivity, and all self-sufficiency potentially become grotesque. One discomforting scenario for the future is that life expectancy will rise to 150, with the last 75 years being spent in a nursing home. Okay? I'm sorry if this seems insensitive to what's happened, but we've seen what happens when you end up in long-term care homes. We need to do everything we can now to avoid that scenario. Discussion about trading quality for quantity of life is largely hypothetical because current knowledge about fitness and longevity offers no such trade. It is our hope and belief that longevity will optimize under conditions where functional capacity does as well. For CrossFitters, the answer to why fitness is because fitness is transcendent of all but virtue, which it nourishes, and longevity and even health are but aspects of fitness. We train the sport of fitness so that we cannot end up in a long-term care home under some guidance and put ourselves at risk for larger issues.